For more dialogue on population data, just go to my playlist entitled Populations, where I share different content about population data. And I hope you enjoy this specific dialogue. Thanks for tuning in. Hello, and I hope all is well for you today. And in this population-based series, we will be discussing anything from articles to news reports, potential conspiracy theories, and assessing population data. So if that's something you're interested in, hopefully you will enjoy this dialogue. And in this episode, we will be talking about news article. Today I'm going to share 3 articles, 2 of which speculate on potentially increasing fertility utilizing diet medications or even cough medications, as well as an article where I'll read a small excerpt discussing whether or not cereal can cause infertility. Let's start with this article entitled, Ozempic Babies Are Surprising Women Taking Weight Loss Drugs. Doctors think they know why, on usatoday.com. Women are getting pregnant, in most cases, unintentionally, they say, while taking weight loss medications like Ozempic and Mounjaro, despite being on birth control or dealing with years of fertility issues. Facebook groups, Reddit threads, and TikTok videos are connecting women who are pregnant with or already had an Ozempic baby or Mounjaro baby as they have come to be called, and want to share their surprise pregnancy experiences. I got pregnant on Ozempic and was on the pill. Baby boy is due in June, one person commented on a TikTok. My surprise Ozempic baby is almost 4 months old and thankfully very healthy, another wrote. Deb Oliviera, 32, started taking Ozempic the day after Thanksgiving to lose excess weight that had been affecting her mental health. She wasn't consistent with taking her birth control pill, but that didn't concern her much because she has a history of unidentified fertility issues that has made it difficult to get pregnant. Just 2 months after starting the medication, and the same week she hit her goal weight, Oliviera learned she was pregnant. We were open to the idea, but definitely not trying. It was very much a surprise, and the only pregnancy aside from my first that didn't come after a loss, she said. This is Oliviera's 6th pregnancy with only 2 living children. She has had a first trimester loss, second trimester loss, and a stillbirth. Now, 10 weeks along, Oliviera and her baby are healthy. Reproductive and obesity medicine experts told USA Today that they're also noticing the trend in their offices, which they say is likely happening for 2 reasons. First, weight loss is correcting hormonal imbalances caused by obesity and metabolic disorders, and thus boosting fertility. Second, certain drugs may be reducing the efficacy of birth control pills, increasing the chances of pregnancy. Yet, under no circumstances should women use weight loss drugs to get pregnant, experts warn. Studies on rats, rabbits, and monkeys showed that these medications, if taken while pregnant, can lead to miscarriage and birth defects. No studies have been done on humans. Drug manufacturers recommend women stop taking weight loss drugs at least 2 months before a planned pregnancy. It's true that, from a scientific perspective, these medications may make it easier for people to get pregnant, said Dr. Allison Rogers, an OBGYN and reproductive endocrinologist at Fertility Centers of Illinois. But people need to be careful because there could be dangerous consequences if taken while pregnant, given the drugs can linger in your system, said Dr. Rogers. Decades of research have established strong connections between obesity, metabolic disorders such as polycystic ovary syndrome, and fertility issues. So it isn't too surprising to see that weight loss medications, which can help some people drop up to 20% of their body weight, are helping many women with these conditions get pregnant. Said Dr. Utsavi Shah, assistant professor of obstetrics and gynecology, specializing in obesity medicine at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston. I know that there are stories out there that get escalated in the media, but if you're using effective birth control and on these weight loss medications, the risk of unintended pregnancy is quite low, Dr. Shah said. Only take weight loss medications if you meet criteria for its use, experts say. And if you suspect you're pregnant while taking a weight loss drug, stop it immediately. Then follow up with your obstetrician, Dr. Rogers said. For more information on the article, it's entitled, Ozempic Babies Are Surprising Women Taking Weight Loss Drugs. Doctors Think They Know Why, on USA Today, published March 21st, 2024. This article entitled, Can Mucinex Really Help You Get Pregnant? It's on the Baby Center. It states, where did the theory surrounding Mucinex and pregnancy come from? This comes, believe it or not, from a study published 40 years ago in the journal Fertility and Sterility. Researchers looked at 40 couples who had struggled with infertility for at least 10 months. Each woman was given guaifenesin, one of the active ingredients in Mucinex, 3 times a day from day 5 of the start of her period until she showed a rise in her basal body temperature to indicate ovulation. Then the couples underwent post-coital testing, which means doctors checked to see how well their partner's sperm responded to their cervical mucus. Of the 23 patients who had marked improvement, 15, or about 2/3, became pregnant. Women whose infertility appeared tied to their cervical mucus got pregnant on average within 2.4 months, while women with additional fertility problems became pregnant on average within about 5.6 months. Guaifenesin is the over-the-counter ingredient in cough syrups such as Mucinex that is theorized to help with fertility. It's been around since the 1950s. And has long been used to treat cough, to loosen phlegm and expel it from your lungs. It works to thin out mucus and make it less sticky. As a result, it makes it easier for your lungs to get rid of it, and it changes a dry, unproductive cough to one that's more productive and less frequent. Since it works on all the mucus in your body, the theory is that it can make your cervical mucus more liquid too. Can taking Mucinex or other cough syrups really help you get pregnant? Probably not. There's really not much evidence to justify its use for this purpose. Proponents claim that it may help you get pregnant by making your cervical fluid wetter and more slippery, which makes it easier for sperm to travel through your cervix to fertilize an egg. But other than the 1982 study, there isn't any research to support this. A 2011 case report published in the International Journal of General Medicine found that guaifenesin increased sperm counts and motility in a 32-year-old man who took 600 milligrams twice daily for 2 months. But that's just one person. There aren't any well-designed studies to show it actually works. If you want to use Mucinex or another cough syrup to try to get pregnant, talk to your provider first. They can advise you on whether or not they recommend it, and if they do, which dosage to use. Just keep in mind there's not enough research to show it helps fertility. In addition, like any medication, Mucinex/guaifenesin has side effects. You could experience dizziness, drowsiness, headache, nausea, abdominal pain, and/or vomiting when taking it. Instead of recommending cough medicine, your doctors will likely recommend that you take the following steps to help boost your fertility. Maintain a healthy weight. Don't smoke. Eat a healthy diet. For more information, I just read excerpts. This article is entitled, "Can Mucinex Really Help You Get Pregnant?" It's a medically reviewed article, written on June 14th, 2023. This article from womenshealthmag.com entitled, "No, Eating Cheerios Won't Give You Fertility Issues Despite Recent Study Reports." You may have been tempted to toss your box of Cheerios after seeing the recent reports that the cereal, along with Quaker Oats, contain a banned chemical that's linked to infertility. But here's why you should take a beat before completely changing up your breakfast diet. Indeed, a new study found that chlormequat, a chemical used as a plant growth regulator, was found in 92% of oat-based foods purchased in May 2023. But the oat samples contained less than 1/100th of the levels that are considered unsafe, says nutrition expert Dr. Adrian Chavez. Dr. Chavez states, "This should have no impact on your day-to-day choices." This is another prime example of the media sensationalizing the topic of nutrition and confusing the general public. And there's more in the article. It goes on to explain why the chlormequat is not actually causing infertility. For more information on the article, visit womenshealthmag.com. No, eating Cheerios won't give you fertility issues despite recent reports. And this was published February 20th, 2024 at 5:23 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, that is all we have for today's episode, and I hope you enjoyed this discussion, where we looked at the populations of medicine and infertility, and food and infertility. Thank you so much for listening, and stay tuned for more.